It is with deep gratitude that I now get to present for Grace's 6th annual Patron of Women's Rights Award. Can you hear me? This award celebrates individuals who strive on a regular basis to make the world a more equitable place for women. Previous recipients have been Maria Shriver, California Senator Liz Figueroa, Jill Kinmont, LA County Supervisor Sheila Kuehl, and former LA City Controller Wendy Gruhl. This year, I am excited to present our award to a woman who we will all recognize due to her high-profile broadcast journalism career, in fact, a career that has brought her familiar face to LA News viewers since 1998. Our 2015 recipient is ABC7 health specialist DeniseDador. Woo! Give it up. There's more, Denise. There's more, sweetheart. Denise is a caring, compassionate woman who always aims high and excels. Throughout her award-winning career, she has time and again covered women's health issues that provoke awareness and education. Denise is a role model for women who strive to have it all. I'm embarrassing her. She raises her family while going after the tough and important stories. I first learned about Denise and her work in 2002, just after For Grace was incorporated. I remember John coming to me excited one day saying, "Sweetie, I know who you've just got to meet. She's the health reporter for LA's #1 news station, and she just did a story about fibromyalgia." Bingo! It was his fault. I knew then that Denise and I were destined to meet, but she didn't know it yet. So naturally, I got her on the phone and I pitched a story about, back then, RSD. I was immediately drawn to her big energy and empathy. I talked to a lot of journalists with my HMO reform work, and what set Denise apart was her deep care, something rare when it comes to major market journalism. Staying true to my pesty nature, I've been known to have a pesty nature with the media, I phoned her again a few days later to check in on that story. I could hear Denise's smile over the phone when she said, "Cynthia, I talked to my producer and we decided that it'd be a great idea to come meet you and your doctor and do that RSD story." I beamed, and in fact, that was For Grace's very first piece of broadcast media. Wow. I looked it up. And Denise's care about the plight of women in pain did not end there. She has welcomed our conference attendees on 4 occasions, including our inaugural event. Denise has also covered our event, I guess today, in her award-winning afternoon health segment broadcasts, highlighting important pain-related topics, including humor, depression, and art therapy, among others. Denise's care about women in pain also transcends the professional arena. A few years ago, she emailed me in hopes that I might be able to help her find the right pain specialist for a colleague's friend, a woman in pain. I was deeply moved by those exchanges. Denise grew up in San Francisco. Don't I know a lot about you? She grew up in San Francisco and attended Lowell High School. She graduated from where my mom wanted me to go to school. Denise did it. She graduated at Mills College and majored in communications. Today, in case anybody in this room is not aware, Denise is the Eyewitness News health specialist. Her Healthy Living segment is seen every day on ABC7 Eyewitness News at 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. I'm not as good as you at that yet. She provides additional stories about health issues for other Eyewitness News broadcasts, as well as anchoring ABC7 health specials. Breathe, Cynthia. And one last thing. Despite the fact that there was breaking news and her van was with a flipped bus on the 405, Denise made it here to welcome our 2012 attendees. She shared something special that day, something that I will never forget. She told all of us, women in pain, caregivers, and healthcare providers, to look to the person to our side. Denise said, "They're in pain, I'm in pain. We are all in some kind of pain." And I smile when I say that. She reminded me that pain is universal, be it physical, emotional, or spiritual. We are all challenged, and in that respect, none of us is alone. That's my favorite part. I love that, Denise. And I love and respect you for so many things, your humanity, your talent, your important work, and mostly for your deep care. Ladies and gentlemen, she cared enough to be here again today, and it is my great privilege to introduce DeniseDador. I love you, honey. And your award, oh my God.
Very special. Very special. Better than any trophy.
Oh, I'm so glad. Well, sure. Let us explain. Should I lean into this? Okay. This year's theme was very special, I thought, because Denise has been such a part of us for so long. And this year's theme being transforming pain into strength, the power of the comeback. We know that she always came back to us. Even though she had all this stuff to do, she always did. And that's what I thought about when I made this art first before I made the rest of it. Because like the scarecrow, for this art and her, I wanted to say, you're the one I'd miss most of all. And so she's the one I most wanted to make something for. So this is the left behind carcass of the woman in pain transforming herself into the goddess you see here. And these little flowers that she has are also definitely powerful comeback stories because they used to be this. So, yeah. So all of that put together with so much love for Denise, we have the Patron of Women's Rights Award.
Thank you. I really don't think I can top what Cynthia just said. I scribbled a few notes, but I know, I want you to go on with your conference because there are so many good things that are going to be said here today, and there's so much for you to learn, but you know, today's theme is about the power of comeback, and if anyone knows about comeback, it's Cynthia. She comes back every single day, and I guess that's my message is, like she mentioned, you know, we are all living in some kind of pain, whether it's mental, physical, emotional, spiritual. We all have some kind of pain that we're dealing with, but this is a Woman of Courage Award, and being brave and being courageous doesn't just mean jumping in front of a bus. It means being smart, being wise with your choices. And when you wake up every day and you have a choice to do something that will help yourself get out of this prison of pain that you're dealing with, that's courage. The courage to get up and put one foot in front of another. I know that St. Francis, well, he's not a saint yet, but Francis d'Assisi is going to be canonized, and whether you believe he should be a saint or not, I know it's controversial. He had a saying, it was in Spanish, but in English it means always go forward, don't go back. And going forward means also, I feel, being in the moment, because we don't have yesterday, we don't have tomorrow, we have right now, and all we can do is go forward with your pain. And all the women I meet, you know, I am inspired by every single one of them. And, you know, you don't wake up every morning and this happens to you, so I am very touched, and I'm very proud to be here. And this is one of probably the most, this is the award that I'm probably most proudest of. So I do appreciate all of you being here, and I appreciate Cynthia and the good work that she does, because I know that she is a woman living in pain, but you would never know it. And if I could only have half the grace and elegance and poise and courage that Cynthia has, then I know I'm going to be okay. And I know you're all going to be okay because you have a wonderful role model. And thank you so much for honoring me.